Initially, I wanted to be an English professor. I love poetry and I love writing. I love the written word, but I'm also very visual, and so I was heading in that direction. But there was something else that really caught me, which was that I always felt an incredible sense of peace in museums. But you're in the presence of art. You're in this beautiful setting, and it's restorative. It's inspiring, it's challenging, because we have to remember that art is not just peace-inducing, it's also challenging and provocative. But for me, I always felt museums were sanctuaries. And that was true into my grad school period when I was studying literature. I would go to New York and go to the Met and go to other institutions and really just hang around. And I felt that, among the public spaces that we have available in our lives, museums are some of the most precious. What people call a third space. You have your home, you have work, and then you need third spaces which are in between, where you can feel whole and feel inspired. I was doing a PhD in English literature and kind of realized that I wanted to go my own way. I moved to Nantucket with my wife Alison, who's an artist and a painter, and she was working in high-tech PR of all things. In the DC area, early days of the internet and WorldCom and UUNet. But she was sort of burnt out on it and really wanted to be an artist. So we moved to Nantucket Island, where she had been a summer visitor, and moved into a small cottage called the Outhouse. Yes, I was fortunate. The museum on Nantucket, which was a very venerable institution with a great collection, and 22 historic properties as well, was in the process of renovating and building a modern museum facility. And so I was hired to be a big part of that process. Got great experience in museums and exhibits, producing permanent collection exhibits and changing exhibitions. And then eventually I became the chief curator there. And really a wonderful time of my life. Since coming to the Academy, which has been 4 months now, I've had what I'm calling an education revelation because I'm seeing the incredible amounts of arts education that we do here. And I'm realizing that we serve a public role here as the providers of arts education for 5 counties, for our region. We do it, we offer all the schools free programming and busing. We will travel to schools. We have a very active adult education program too, arts education program. And last year, in 2016, we served over 3,800 students, which is really incredible. We also have this very fine exhibition program, and that has been elevated in recent years under the guidance of our chief curator, Anke van Wagenberg. And we have great plans for that. We want to start an artist in residence program, for instance, and we're looking to do that this fall. So this place is really, I'm calling it a small but mighty institution. And it has a national profile. We have this special relationship with the National Gallery, thanks to Rusty Powell and Nancy Powell, who's on our board. And we've been able to do some very significant shows of Rothko and Rauschenberg. And those are serious shows for an institution of this size. And we have ambitions to do more and more of that. We have historically had great relationships with the Walters in Baltimore, with the Baltimore Museum of Art. A friend and colleague has just been named the director there, so hopefully we can build up that collaboration even more. We're about to launch our new website for the Academy, and that's happening this week. And on the website, which really brings us into the 21st century, I would say, it's got a nice, wonderful, clean look to it. It's easy to navigate. All of our classes and registrations are on there. But we also have been digitizing our permanent collection, and there will be a feature soon which allows you access to our permanent collection. We have over 1,300 works in the collections, and at any given time, a portion of them are on display, but they come into our changing exhibition program. So we want them to be accessible, permanently accessible to the public. Well, I must say, it was good timing to arrive now because we are bringing back our Academy Craft Show this year, and it's celebrating its 20th anniversary, which is an amazing achievement. It really is. So we've been able to secure as our visionary artist this wonderful ceramicist Bennett Bean. I've known his work for a while. He's quite well known nationally, and he has agreed to be our featured artist for the craft show. And then we have another anniversary, a big one, the 60th anniversary of this institution, founded in 1958 by concerned and passionate citizens here in Easton, and they wanted a place for the teaching and appreciation of art. So we will be celebrating that big time in 2018.